Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's your boy, OG Big Sam, on this wet Friday, Falcon Friday, Jet Week, Jet Week. We're rolling up out of here, going up to New Jersey to see about these Jets. Um, we'll be getting into a few things today. Just a few, not a whole lot. You know, we looking to continue to take control and keep control of our destiny at this point. We're going up in inclement weather. And hey, run game, good defense will travel. You know, um, looking for the offense to continue it assert its physical dominance in the run game and take advantage, and take advantage of what I'm saying, what we can against this Jets defense, which is a formidable defense at that. There's nothing to look past, even with their offense, struggling the way it is. We got to handle what we can control. We got to handle, and be ourselves and stay within our identity. Run, run, run the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? Um, we'll be looking for the three-headed monster plan, to continue to take its effect. You know what I'm saying? With with CP and Tyler, down the stretch. Um, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be cute. It's going to be some gritty, nasty, smash mouth, hard hat, lunchbox type of a game. You know what I mean? This game is gonna come down to who defense does their job better. That's basically what it boils down. That's what this game is going to boil down to some instances, and I think more so on our side, our D against their offense, if we can keep them, in the pattern of what the numbers say that they are, in the bottom five in each offensive statistical category, especially on third down, and especially in the turnover category. I think, we can walk away with this, with a, 20 to 6, 20 to 7, type of victory. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the run game, I think, so we stick to the pattern of what we did last week, and I believe that play action will be on display. You know what I mean? Um, you know, and I think it's going to be, on some, taking advantages of the defensive tendencies. You know, um, Desmond knows Mr. Gardner very well. He practiced against him for 4 years in college. He knows what he'll bite on. He knows what how he plays, and I think that's going to come into play on Sunday. Um, they have a nice hard nosed front. Um, But I think if we, stick to our guns, you know what I'm saying, our three-headed, gun at that. I mean, we'll wear them down just like we did the Saints. Um, because if our defense do their job, our offense is going to be on the field a lot. You know, and let's hey, what's happening? Say, what's happening to some people's. JB, what's good? Bubba Gump, nice to see you. Nice to see you. And I was just, speaking on that. This is going to be the battle of you know, battle of defenses. Um, I'm not gonna say two inconsistent offenses. I'm gonna say the Jets. The numbers say the Jets. Um, uh, because I think we're right where we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? At this point with our offense, with a healthy and fresh Cordell Patterson, a healthy and fresh Tyler Algier. I think it's going to be, um, you know, it's going to be physical. It's going to be, we with if we stick to what we did on last week. You know what I'm saying? We're going up in the box. You know what I'm saying? And we have, different perspectives, from vantage points, and call the game as such. Yeah. And then one of our best blocking tight ends back in the fold in Parker Hesse. Yeah, we're gonna punch, we're gonna jab, straight right, straight left, you know what I'm saying? And take advantage of some of their tendencies. It's going to be verifiably, a us taking away, you know, um, taking away snaps away from their offense, and we're gonna be able to, you know, wear them down, grind them down. If we win the time of possession battle, we win the turnover battle. You know what I mean? I think that, we can, like I said, walk away from this thing, with something like, 20-6, 20-7 type of win. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, yeah, because it's as soon as this, this thing is over with, I'm gonna get right to it because it's Friday. Walking into the weekend. It's a big weekend in sports. For Georgia sports. You know what I'm saying? From college to pro, it's a big weekend. You know what I'm saying? What happening, Roberto? How's it going, Raymond? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Um, yeah, yeah. At this point, we have to have that mindset. At this point, you know what I'm saying? That's the best mindset to have going forward, because we're look, like I said, what I'm saying, last night. Art Smith, contrary to popular belief, is looking like the smartest man in the room right now. You know, with our guys, you know what I'm saying? That running back room, healthy and fresh. Healthy and fresh. See, a lot of people miss that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, it not really paying attention to that. There was a whole lot of complaining why CP ain't getting, why Tyler ain't getting, when the plan all along was to have those two beasts fresh and healthy down the stretch. I'm just saying, if I'm on this Falcons schedule in these last 6 games, I'm getting the ice tubs ready because it's not gonna be pretty. It's not. It's not. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be cute. And don't expect no greatest show on turf, you know what I'm saying, activity. Cause it's gonna be, jab, jab, you know what I'm saying, right cross, punch him in the kidney, you know what I'm saying, bow him in the throat. Yeah. That's what this offense is gonna be going down the stretch. Because going, you know what I'm saying, rolling off into the playoffs, a hard-nosed run game is not what a lot of teams want to be coming up against. You know, the efficiency is going to come in the run game. You know what I'm saying? See, if you look, hindsight 2020. When you look at everything, and everybody was making all this noise about who wasn't getting who wasn't getting touches and this, that, and the third. And through all out of everything, where are we at? First in the division, with 3 division games to go, undefeated in the division, 4th in the NFC from a playoff seeding, with a fresh Cordell Patterson, with a fresh Tyler Algier. And, the offensive line, coming together, you know what I'm saying, peaking at the right time. Hey, Sonya. Exactly. See, this is where I give the nod to Arthur in knowing what he needed and what's needed. You know what I'm saying, in what he's trying to do. Yeah, and a lot of y'all forget he did this last year. He did this last year. And in context, you know what I'm saying? In context, mid-season, we had a lot of fuckery, you know what I'm saying, to happen to us. They stole the Tampa game from us. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Both of them in our actuality. You know what I mean? We could have been and should have been, you know what I'm saying, division winner and in the playoffs. But they didn't want to let Tom go out like that, not making the playoffs. So you know what I'm saying? We done move forward. Same, you know what I'm saying? Same concept, same situation. Except we are really in a position to not take control, but keep control of our own destiny and where we're gonna land and how we're gonna land. You know. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of what's left on this schedule. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. They better, the Epsom salt and the ice tubs got to be on deck. Got to be on deck. They got to be on deck. You know what I'm saying? I think Simba, aka Mac Hollins, will be back next week, I think. Um, but when you look at what we did schematically last week, we did some good things. I'm gonna need Honey Mustard to keep his aggressiveness in route running, and I'm gonna leave that where it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, right there. I'm gonna need that from him. You know what I'm saying? Can't be pulling up on routes causing problems. You know, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, with our best blocking tight end back in the fold in Parker Hesse, you saw the effects of that last week. You saw the effects of Parker Hesse being back in the fold. Yeah, yeah. And like I said, this offensive line is peaking and gelling and peaking at the right time. I mean, there was a number of pancakes from this offensive line last week. Cam Jordan spent so much time on his back and butt that he had to fake an ankle injury and sit in the tent for the rest of the game. This is, you got to, you got to understand the conception, the perception. Is Dirk Cutter messing with the program? I'm just checking. Dirk Cutter playing. The Cutter is playing games with the program. And Corey, yes, he did, and yes, he is. Yes. Like I said, that with that offensive line gelling and peaking at the right time. At the right time. You know what I'm saying? You can't discount. I mean, they kept Ritter clean for the most part. You know what I'm saying? They handled blitzes pretty well. You know what I'm saying? But when it came down to that George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, it body blows. Yeah, body blows. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was unyielding. It was unyielding. I mean, regardless of what you may think of that Saints team, they have a pretty good defense. They do. They have a pretty good defense, and we handled them like chumps. They was tapping out in the fourth quarter. They were tapping out. And here we go this week with another formidable defense. You know what I'm saying? They kind of, as a team, they're kind of, coming in here one-legged. And that ain't really what you want at this particular point, you know what I'm saying, coming into a kickball game one-legged. No, that's not going to work out too good. And JB was happening. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He had to eat a little, you know what I'm saying, crow pie the hard way. He spent in the second half, he spent a lot of time on his back until he messed around and, hey, then Coach Allen, no, I ain't taking it no more. Cause that offensive line was giving him the business. He spent a lot of time on his back and butt. I mean, you got, like I said, we got this formidable front in this Jets front. They are. I think between our run game and their front prowess, probably going to cancel each other out a little bit. I think we'll be able to get 10 to 17, a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on them, which I think would be enough. Because their offense is like, bottom 5 in every statistical offensive category. You know, um, Raymond Elder, how's it going? Mr. Knight, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Nice to always see you. And Bubba, yes, 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 most definitely. Bergeron is is that monster. Bergeron is that athlete. You know, and I think just speaking on the upcoming off season, you know, especially in the draft, we're going to be doing some more work in the trenches. You know, Jake he's up there. He's kind of getting a little long in the teeth, and he just had a kid, and what I mean. Jake is going to finish out here. And although they were talking to Noise a couple of weeks ago about him, going, that's not going to happen. You know, you know what I'm saying? Especially, with the wife that he has, and the type of thing that she has going on. She's not gonna be, with that going to, moving somewhere else to, be 2 years somewhere. No, no, mm-mm. Jake is gonna close out right here. What I'm saying, like his cousin should have. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's neither here nor there. I digress on that. But Jake he's gonna finish up as a Falcon. He got businesses here, a lot of charity work here. All that noise that folks were talking about, moving. No, that's not. Jake is good. He's gonna finish up right here. Exactly my point, Corey. You know what I'm saying? He that's gonna be right here. And then on top of that, him being the stand-up guy, the mentor, you know what I'm saying? He's, helping these guys along. He's doing a lot of work with this line. You know what I'm saying? He's getting a lot of, a lot of mentorship going on with this line. You know what I mean? So, honestly, I could see Jake being a position coach. Like a granddad. I could see that. I could see him getting into coaching right here. You know what I mean? You know, like I was, saying, talking about, saying this week, saying Jet week. You know what I mean? Um, you know, a lot of people have to, come to the understanding and come to, the conclusion of what this offense truly is. Oh, excuse me. We're dirty. We're gritty. We're grimy. There's nothing cute about this offense. There's nothing fancy about this offense. Okay. You got a lot of folks out there, looking for, some, Air Coryell, greatest show on turf activity, and now this ain't that. This ain't that. This ain't that. We're gonna grind it, ground and pound. You know what I'm saying? And we will we will take our shots and play action because the Jets are gonna load the box. Yeah, they are. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. I mean, because when Cordell comes through there and he, trucks a linebacker or two like he did last week, yeah, it's gonna change a few perceptions and change a few, and have some of them guys making executive, business decisions on how they wanna, play this thing. Because you know, when CP gets started, that cranks up Tyler, and Tyler gets started. It's just, I mean, mm, and they start to creep up, and then, you know, hey, play action will be on display. It will be on display. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think because when you getting Bijan out in space, especially with a linebacker on it, yeah, we got to take advantage of that and stretch him out. Um, there are going to be, some schemed mismatches, coming off the run game, what I'm saying, into play action. You know, um, with our run game animals, what I'm saying, making the mark going forward. They're they're it's gonna be relentless. It's gonna be painful. And some of y'all are gonna continue to complain because we're not airing it out, and we ain't, putting up 500-600 yards in the air. The only thing I can tell you is get over it, because the winning formula is this three-headed monster. You know what I'm saying? And this formidable defense that we got. You know, um, some unknown individual. Just saying, I'm so glad to hear somebody talk about Tyler. Falcons fans do not give that man credit. Yeah, yeah. Um, like I said early in the beginning, that, you know, contrary to popular belief, Arthur Smith is looking like the smartest man in the room right now, because of where we at in the running back room. You know what I'm saying? Going down, getting ready to come down the, the stretch run. You know what I mean? You got a fresh Cordell. You got a fresh Tyler. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of not what that's not the kind of animal that you want coming at you. When you got a team like us that is looking to close the door on, certain things going forward, and this Jets game is just a stepping stone toward that. They're having all type of offensive issues, and to be quite honest about this Jets offense, um, I honestly don't think Aaron Rodgers would have made a difference. I really don't. I really don't. I don't think Aaron would have made a difference. I really don't. This offense is bad. Flat out just bad. It is. It is. When you go and look at the numbers on this Jet offense, and you would think that they was a Division II, what I'm saying, um, bottom tier team in somebody's conference, in the MEAC. They look like a North Dakota State University, you know what I'm saying, offensive unit. And I mean that, and that's putting it mildly. Hmm. I see we got 16 eyes on this thing going on, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hit that like button for me. You know what I'm saying? Share the program out to your friends, you know what I'm saying? And while you're in there, it's OGTV. Hit subscribe. I got a goal. I got a 200 subscriber goal, you know what I'm saying, over the next couple of months. I'm trying to get it there. You know what I'm saying? While I'm, having these, good football conversations and dialogue, you know what I'm saying, with you guys. You know what I'm saying? You show me that love, I show it right back with this good content and, dialogue and, giving y'all, you know what I'm saying, something to talk about, ask questions about. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, if you guys got some questions, man, throw me some questions. You know what I'm saying? Try to, use my football knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and give you, the best answer I possibly can. You know, and Sonya, Aaron Rodgers loves to boost his own ego. This is true. What up, ATL? Let me see. I think he would because the Jets only losing by 7 or less. A-Rod wins those games. I mean, okay, given the state of affairs over there in the AFC East, you think Aaron Rodgers in that with that offense and that personnel, do you think they beat the Dolphins? You might have a point with the Patriots and the Bills, you know, all things considered, but you really think these Jets could beat the Dolphins? And then when you look at the landscape of the AFC, I mean, and then you look at what they have had on their schedule. Do you really think that they could beat a Cleveland Browns defense? Do you think that they could beat a Baltimore Ravens team? Do you think that they could beat, you know, I mean, hell, I don't even think that they could would be at this point who's gotten hot, a Denver Broncos squad. Yeah, how do they stand up against Kansas City? You know what I mean? The AFC South. With Aaron, with his personnel and the way things are shaping out, do you honestly think that they could beat Jacksonville, the Texans, a surging Colts team? I'm just saying, that just all things given. Because even before he left Green Bay, he, he's he's not trending upward. And he's not flat. He's trending the other direction. It's just, you know, I feel if it did, yeah, we can agree right there. We can agree right there. Um, Sonya, what is it? Trying. Okay, I saw Sonya. I saw you asking the question. Did I lose it? It was Corey. Hold on, Corey. You think Mac Hollins will be back? Being back will help the run game. Is he back this week? because I thought it was going to be next week. I was thinking it was going to be next week. I mean, somebody let me know because I don't have you know what I'm saying, the report in front of me. Somebody let me know. Is he back? And if he is back, yes, yes, I definitely think that yeah, he would definitely help the run game. You know what I'm saying? Um, and ATL, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. Yes, yes, we can. Um, yeah, yeah, he has won. He has won, but given how things, you know, were trending, you know, in that last round with Green Bay, he's not trending. He's not trending in, you know, he's not trending upward. You know what I mean? Um, I'm just, you know, that just my observation, my opinion. You know, I mean, if I'm wrong, we'll see it. But I don't see it with him, and with where this offense has been, you know, flattering and fluttering. Uh, but they're in the bottom five in every offensive, you know, saying statistical category. And one player is not going to change that. You know what I'm saying? You know, as formidable as Aaron Rodgers, you know, can be, you know, but also a hindrance up onto himself with his ego. Hmm, I honestly don't think he would have made a difference this year, bro. I really don't. I really don't. I don't think he would have made a difference. It wasn't. There's just not that amount of talent. You know what I'm saying, for him to, you know, exert himself. And you know, okay, I put you like this. All right, Aaron Rodgers, can he win 3 or 4 games for you? And yeah, but those 4 or 5 that he would lose would be more of an effect than the 3 or 4 that he would win. That's where he's been trending, especially over the last couple of years. You know, last couple of years, those last 2 seasons in Green Bay. Just saying. What's good, Ghost? Said, I think the Jets game has all the makings of a terribly ugly game. I believe the Jets will be the best defense we've faced so far. You're the second person to say that, and I just hmm. It, that Jets defense better than the Lions defense? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Is the Jets defense better than the Lions defense? You, I mean, can you? I'm not saying that they're not a good. I, are we really trying to say the Jets defense is a great defense, or they're just a talented good defense? I'm just, you know, you know, hey, you know, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know, I mean, you know, Panthers D, Vikings D. You know what I'm saying? Saints D. I'm just, the Lions. To me, the Lions defense is the best defense we faced. I mean, that's my observation of what we faced this year. The Lions defense to me is the best defense we faced, and with their record being what it is, you know, I'm just saying. They be say he be talking about his teammates so terribly too when things aren't going his way. Yeah, that I put that all into that whole Aaron Rodgers thing. Yes, all of that. He is not a good teammate. You know what I'm saying? We're really talking about it. He is not a good teammate. I'm just saying. Of course, now I think the first half will be slow, but the second half, the Falcons should take off. And that's been kind of sort of, because our team's second half defense usually ratchets up real tight, and then with that our offense, the way it rolls, especially with the run game, you know, like I said, them jabs, you know what I'm saying, them body blows, boom boom, and get in the second half, then them body blows, them jabs get painful, and then them roundhouses, have you looking at your second string like, okay, we need to, and you be trying to pull practice squad players up into the game, you know what I'm saying? Because, it gets to be painful. It gets to be painful. Corey said he's predicting the score. Yeah, y'all throw your you know what I'm saying, your game predictions, score predictions out there. I'm thinking, 20 to 7, 17 to 6 type of thing for us. Corey got it 24 to 10, you know. Um just hey, hey, we can, you know, now from our offense perspective, can we all agree that Ritter learned from being on the sideline? Based on that fourth quarter, and saying, and then the entire thing, looking at some of the things he did, with some of the throws he made and some of the runs he made, you know, I'm just saying. I don't know about anybody else, but that's the way I feel. What I'm saying, about him going forward. Um, you know, I mean, yeah, y'all give me your score predictions. You know, throw your score predictions up in there. If you got any more questions, about, what I'm saying, what you think, what you feel, what I'm saying, maybe I could, you know, shed a little light, add a little light, what I'm saying, because like I said, I think the game difference is going to be our defense against their offense. JB said, yeah, there was a completely different Ritter on Sunday. Yeah, he was more deliberate and decisive. And I had a debate last night. What I'm saying, on those two turn. What up, Dreddy? What's happening? What's happening? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you joining. Always a good, what I'm saying, good thing to see you. I had a debate last night, on those two picks. That one at the goal line, I'm, and I've been on Bijan with his, with his route running. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at the replay on that, he pulled up on that route, man. And people are trying to, throw real up under the bus. Bijan pulled up on that route. If he keeps going, if he attack on that cut and attacks that, that's a catch, and we're at the one, possibly a touchdown. Now I get what everybody's saying about we had that two receivers in the same bed, but you know what I'm saying, the other Juno was behind him in the end zone. That pass was going right to where Bijan was supposed to go, and he pulled up on that. Now, the other touchdown, like I said, you know what I'm saying, night before last, that a situation like that between the quarterback and the receiver, I think it's only going to get better, you know what I'm saying, with time. It's only, the chemistry and knowing, the both of them. You know what I'm saying? You got to recognize who's on your receiver and what you do. And the receiver has to understand the situation. Pull up, pull and get back and come to it. Attack the ball. It's coming on, especially on their back, because Honey Badger, you know what he does, and that was easy pickings for him because between the throw and the receiver not adjusting and having good awareness. You got to understand who's on you, number one. You got to understand, who's on your receiver, number two, and you got to act accordingly. I mean, the ball was, I think that it was, it should have been a little further to the sideline, and Vance should have been, understanding the situation, because the pressure was slightly coming and things were moving a little bit faster, and he should have, cut the route and boom, and come back. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying, and my observation. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, JB. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He stopped on that route. He don't stop. That's a catch. We're at the 1 yard line, or either that's a touchdown. Oh, okay. I had to read your first comment to understand what you were saying. Well, me myself, I don't know that per se. As far as his attitude, what I'm saying, toward the game, I don't know that. You know what I mean? I can't. I'm not gonna make that distinction about him. I think that with time and more work together, I mean, and that's with the entire receiving room. You know what I mean? Black Ice and his guys, work together, and you get to know the tendencies of your guys that you throw to, and in jail, hey, you'll be able to make those throws and they make those plays. Ghost says, if we jump on the Jets first scoring wise, I can see 24-10 game. That Jets offense can't do anything with our Dirty Bird defense playing from behind. And you're right. You're right on that. That is a good perspective. If that was Drake or Pitts, okay, we're now Dreddy. When you make that distinction, okay, all right. You're talking about two large individuals with a large catch radius. And that's a different dynamic. That's a different dynamic. You know what I mean? Because Jefferson, he's a speed guy. He's a speed guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Christy, nice to see you in here. You know what I'm saying? Nice to see you, darling. Hey, Mississippi Mud. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? You know, but yeah, Dreddy, that's a different dynamic when you're talking about Drake and the artist formerly known as the Unicorn. You know what I'm saying? With their catch radius, you know, and their ability to, get you can kind of put it somewhat anywhere around them with their, you know, both of them have 7 foot wingspans plus. You know what I'm saying? This all harps back to TJ Yates not preparing the pass catchers. I can agree. I can agree with that. Raymond, what you talking about? Let's see. He was upset. We called that play after running all the way down there. Red, uh, red zone execution from the coach to the play has got to be better. Yeah, yeah. I'm guessing that you're talking about the goal line interception. That's what I'm guessing. Look, I really don't have a problem with the play call, but I have a problem with Bijan pulling up on that route, which caused that interception. But nobody's trying to look at it that way. Everybody's on the play call. Everybody's on Desmond, but nobody's saying anything about Honey Mustard pulling up on that route. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. This is where I kind of sort of draw the line with Bijan. You know what I'm saying? And nobody likes to call him on some of his deficiencies. His route running awareness, his somewhat inability to pick up blitzes correctly. You know, I'm just this is where I get a little sensitive, if you will. With people throwing around the generational talent label, if you will. When it comes to him, no, he has talent. It is true to serve. He has talent, but he has a lot of deficiencies. When we drafted him, and then a lot of people was throwing his name around with LaDainian Tomlinson and Marshall Falk. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I have my microscope on him. You know what I'm saying? From a big picture perspective, we all know that Big 12 defenses are nothing to write home about. So I was, from that perspective, I'm like, some of his numbers were a little inflated on from that perspective. Um, and then, uh, Texas, from an all-around running back perspective, even right now, I can't remember the young man's name, the other running back that came out from Texas. Okay, he, 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 he was better on no part, perspective that I'm talking about from the blitz pickups and his route running. But Bijan Robinson, the name, what I'm saying, with all the rushing yards, you know, I'm just saying. Oh no, OG, I like your perspective on Dez because if hold everybody accountable, Dez really ain't that bad. Yeah, right, right. I'm just saying, I mean, you when you fully add the context of, what I'm saying, the situation, has Dez made some mistakes? Yes, he has. Has he made some bad reads? Yes, he has. And you're gonna have that when you're a rookie. When when you're in the Similac stages of starting your career in the NFL as a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, a lot of people out here judging him as if he's a 10-year vet. And that's no. Because you're what you're doing is taking away the actual, what I'm saying, big picture. It takes a you really don't know what you have in your quarterback, what I'm saying, inside of 3 years, because it takes a quarterback and offensive line for the most part. It's a 3 to 5 year thing. You know, I'm just saying that's why I like to I tend to use, what I'm saying, Troy Aikman and Peyton Manning as examples of what I'm talking about. When you look at Troy Aikman's rookie year, he was god awful. They went 1-15. And you had a prime Herschel Walker in your backfield, and you had playmaker on the outside, and you can't throw Stone Mountain in the ocean. But did they discard him after that year? No. They kept building. They used Herschel Walker to make one of the most monumental trades ever to be made in NFL history, and got a boatload of picks and a few bodies, what I'm saying, that added to that defense. And inside those picks, you were able to add an Emmitt Smith. You were able to add a few more pieces to that offensive line. And then 2 seasons later, what happened? With the very same Troy Aikman that was god awful in his rookie year. And Peyton Manning as well. His rookie year was so bad, it spawned one of the greatest, sound bites ever by Jim Morris Sr. Playoffs. Yeah, y'all remember that? You know what I'm saying? Or did they discard him? Did they, hand him a piece of? No. They continued to, develop, what I'm saying, and put pieces around him and put, reps pieces on the offensive line. You add a Dallas Clark, a Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, and Stokely. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But in this case, these guys, especially, Drake, what I'm saying, that they get Drake and Dez, came in together. They got to grow together. They got to gel together. They got to work together. And this is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in one season. A lot of people seem to ignore the fact that when you look at the situation, this is really there, all that, the first step in the first year of them all to being together. They got to grow together, man. They got to gel together. And it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, you got literally on the job training going on right now. You're not going to become a all pro receiver overnight, all pro tight end overnight. You know what I'm saying? Especially the quarterback position. That's not going to happen, dog. It's not going to happen like that. You know, we've seen flashes of, where he, could be, trajecting to trending to. Yes, we have. You don't have 300+ yard passing games by accident. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, were the turnovers problematic? Yes, they were. And we saw Sunday the effects of him sitting on the sideline for those 2 weeks and seeing the game from a different perspective. Being on the sideline, we saw that Sunday. We saw that Sunday. Jay, I'm not gonna do this with you. I think you like, what I'm saying, what I tend to get accused of. I think you just like to argue. I'm just saying, you know. Um, get Sonya's question. Got a question. Which player on our defense will have a breakout game on Sunday? On the defense, I think that we will get we will get a continuation of the trending upwards from Evan Kenny. That's what I think. Between Evan Kenny and Caden Ellis, that would be my answer to that question. Let me see. Raymond says Bijan is included with the players. I watched the games over again, and Robinson has his flaws just like Ritter. I've seen Tyler crossed up on blitz pickups. So yes, mistakes that can be improved. Yeah, and that's what I've been saying all along. That's what I've been saying all along. These things, these are, a lot of people keep acting like, you know, Bijan is without criticism. The artist formerly known as Unicorn is without criticism. You know what I'm saying? Drake, you know what I'm saying? No, these are youngin'. These are first and in Kyle Pitts' case, third year. You might as well say second. I mean, because he got injured midway through the season. You know what I'm saying? Second year, and a lot of people like to keep referencing his first year. Okay, let's take an honest look at Kyle Pitts' rookie year. Who was his quarterback? A future first, maybe second ballot Hall of Famer in Matt Ryan, who had more, and let's call it for what it was. Matt Ryan has seen a multitude of defenses. Okay, and a guy like that could, with putting the ball in the right places, could hide a lot of, what I'm saying, Kyle's route running deficiencies. But no one wants to have that conversation. No one wants to, deal with that and point that out. They just, look at the end result of the season where he did this in yardage and his effect was, and why was that? Because you had a veteran quarterback, an MVP, all pro quarterback, dialing it up. Now, in his second year, getting hurt, through mid-season, kind of, stop what, his progression and growth. You know what I'm saying? And then this third season, he had to get back to it. Y'all have heard me say it a multitude of times. Kyle Pitts has to learn how to be a NFL tight end. You know, I'm just saying. How's it going, Adonis? Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Um, Ghost Pepper says, "Man, it was so good to be able to dominate the Swampers when we needed to. Hopefully, we can continue to see competent play 2 weeks in a row. I think we will. I honestly think we will. I mean, because there was some adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Coming off of Ritter being able to sit on the sidelines and see the game from a different perspective. There was some adjustments from the coach staff. You had Ragone not on the sideline, up in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Which gave a different, sight perspective in what you're looking at and trying to call. And with Ritter, you saw more deliberacy in his decision making. If what I'm saying, the 1 or 2 reads wasn't there, boom, he was taking off. You know what I'm saying? When it play, it was called. It was no time wasting. Boom, he was getting it out of his hand. He got the ball out of his hand a lot quicker and more decisive. You know, Falcon for life. Okay, all right. Let's see. Exactly. Trade Pitts to a top 5 QB and not let. So what you're saying is, instead of letting him learn, you'd rather trade him where he's in a situation where his deficiencies will be hid, is what I'm hearing you say. That's not helping him. That is more so hindering. See, y'all are so caught up on his ability to catch, and instead of understanding the big picture perspective of him having to become an all around tight end, which means learning all tight end route concepts. Yeah, look, Terrence Mathis said his on his show not a week ago. Exactly what I'm saying now. Okay. And then what you saw Sunday in him actually running tight end route, not receiver route, tight end routes and making those plays. Okay. That's what he has to work on, along with, blocking as well. I say it again. When the play is called and in that play, and that play calls for you to block, you need to get your Anthony Munoz on. Okay, if the play is called, for you to run the routes, you need to run it efficiently and correctly, not lackadaisically. And he got a lot of divaism in him. He need to get his mind right. And even going and being somewhere with another veteran quarterback is not going to change any of that, until he changes his habits, changes his work habits. Bruh. Come on now. If we gonna be copacetic, we gonna be 100 about this thing. You know what I'm saying? In growing and developing, it got to be right. Because what you're saying right here is, you want him to be somewhere where his growth is gonna be hindered because that veteran quarterback is able to hide his deficiencies. That ain't helping him. Come on, man. Come on now. Let's be real about this thing. When we're talking about the Dialis formerly known as the unicorn. Dreddy says that were two. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Let me. I'm trying. Let me get back. Where you at? Okay. All right. There were two plays that had me sold on Ritter. What about you, OG? Yeah. He don't get enough credit in his arm strength and his touch, because that pass to to Bijan in the zone was a thing of beauty with pressure bearing down on him. Um, the Let me see, the one on the crossing pattern to Kyle was no, not it wasn't the Kyle, it was Drake. The one where he put in that window right there, and Drake caught on the fingertip catch. You know what I'm saying? In double coverage. Yeah, I think that might be one of that you talk about. You know, but yeah, it was. I mean, and I see. I like in the second half of the Green Bay game. We're you cannot deny that, you know what I'm saying? And it changed, you know what I'm saying? And um even in the Detroit loss, he made some throws that was like, had me sitting like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, his poise is there. He has a lot of the correct quarterback intangibles. We're so caught up on, you know what I'm saying, the turnovers that we're paying no attention to a lot of the positive stuff that he has done. You know. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I was about to switch up topics and go, you know what I'm saying, go to the defense, you know what I'm saying, because that's the things I wanted to, to talk, because I saw, you know what I'm saying, over the course of that game. What do you mean, Falcon for life, not against the Jets defense? JB, I agree with you. He's not. You know what I'm saying? He's being put in situations where he has to get better at the things that he's not good at. Route run, tight end route running being one, blocking being the other. Okay. And when you have these option routes and you have to and read, you know what I'm saying, what's in front of you, just like the quarterback has to read the defense, in your route running, you have to read the defense as well. He's not necessarily, A1 in that aspect. You know, let me fold because I'm trying to, what I'm saying, get a. Falcon for life, you and it's just me when it comes to some of the things that you say. You know what I'm saying? You tend to speak a lot of negative things. You're speaking a lot of negative things into existence. Why can't you speak any positive things into existence? Why can't you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because like I said, a lot of people are hung up on the turnovers, but you know what I'm saying? You spend 8 days a week, 25 hours a day on the negative. What about some of the positive things that he you know what I'm saying, this kid has done in growth? You know what I'm saying? Or this team, you know what I'm saying, per se. Y'all spend so much time. Well, this is gonna happen because I don't think. Well, you don't think so because you're not looking to think so. It's like y'all waiting on every, what I'm saying, every mistake. In that game Sunday, I saw more social media activity on the picks than I saw on the throw. That tight window throw was to Drake was a thing of beauty. But I don't none of y'all talking about that. None of it. Y'all is so hung up, what I'm saying, on wanting to be, he ain't it. What I'm saying? We need to move and all this. So you know what? I'm not gonna give myself a headache fooling with you. I'm not. Ghost. The most impressive drive was the last one with 9 straight runs when they knew we were going to run. That yes. Yeah. Yeah, because that is our strength, and that has never been denied. That is our strength. You know what I'm saying? But as an offensive unit, we got to get better at at other things, becoming all around balanced offense. A run balanced offense, because off those runs, play action comes into play, which means timing comes into play. Trusting and knowing our inside and outside the box tendencies comes into play. Yeah, I agree with you, Bodog. Yeah, JB. Yeah, exactly. Mucho Grande, good to see you. Thanks for joining me, man. What I'm saying? Good to see you in there. You know, I mean, just, what I'm saying? Excuse me? What am I blaming? What am I blaming on the fans? Or I'm just, I'm just, hit me out. You know what I'm saying? What am I blaming on the fans? You know what I'm saying? I mean, am I not right? Am I not right? Does this fan base not, spend, saying 8 days a week, 25 hours a day, what I'm saying, being negative as if nothing positive ever happens? Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody help me out with that. I mean, there is, video and documented and translated social media evidence, what I'm saying, to that fact. We as a fan base, and I said it 2 weeks ago, we as a fan base suck as a 12 man. Why do you think that there's been so much and so long of not getting, quality free agents in here? Because these guys, saying, and been in this situation and whatnot, and look at us and be like, no, I don't want to go play for that. I don't want to go play in front of that. I don't want to be where day in and day out I look at, and I can't even go on social media to, look for, and feel good about, whatever good performance that I have, and then everything, and they don't even look at the positive. They spend all their time, what I'm saying, talk about what wasn't. We have to. We have to do better. If you want better, what I'm saying, be better than 12th man. I'm just saying. There are franchises that have been in worse situations. But those fan bases, sure, Cleveland Browns, them bad Dog Pound, they show up ritually, sold out ritually. The Lions, who have had 2 winless seasons, And I'm talking about them fans are in there. The Dolphins have had the torrid seasons, but they down there in South Beach. They're in there. Even the Jets, as bad as things are up there, and they're still in there at the top of their lungs. Why can't we be that? But you say stop blaming the fans. You know what I'm saying? Just like y'all like to call the players on what y'all think is wrong or whatever the case. Same thing as a 12th man, bruh. Same thing as a 12th man. We suck. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? I said my spiel on that. You're right, OG. That throw was beautiful and got little press. Yes. People, y'all spent more time on the two picks and talking about it and not even giving it even the right in context. Or it had nothing to do with Bijan. The hell of it didn't. That pick at the goal line, that is Bijan completes that route. That is, we're at the one, or either that's a touchdown. Just saying. Mucho, in your opinion, what does the Jets need to do to stop this Falcons team? And what do the Falcons need to do to make sure them Jets have no fuel? Well, like I said, this game is going to come down to our defense against their offense. Can our defense keep their offense in there as they are? You know, with O being back in the fold, and whatnot, and everybody's kind of sort of being back in the perspective lanes, and look, the defensive adjustment that I saw, because I saw it in the previous game against Arizona. We're running in some situations a 3 safety set in our defensive backfield, which put Richie Grant in a situation not to fail, if you will, which has turned out some positive dividends. And you having Helms, you know what I'm saying, and Grant, out there with Jesse, and it's the effects of that is paying good dividends. The Jets they're gonna be in a boxing match of their life from a defensive perspective, because I think we can grind them down. You know what I'm saying? And especially, our offensive possessions, eats a lot of clock and takes possessions away, and keeping that in their offense of the Jets off the field, and keeping that vaunted defense on the field, for them to be tired and beat up, in the second half and fourth quarter. JB say Kilo, because fans are part of the reason these teams do what they do. So calm down about stop blaming the fans. Smith did what y'all wanted him to do, and it failed. Boy, sound better when you say it. Sound better when you say it. Okay, my shit's kind of moving kind of fast. Oh, Christy, I've been on some of those other team social media sites, and they are not all positive. And from that perspective, I don't expect them to be, but at the same time, they're turning up at these games, man. They're at these games and they're showing they're in there and they're at the top of it. That's the part of it that I'm talking about, as well. Not. I don't expect every fan base not to have anything, saying negative to say, because not every team is perfect. They have their flaws as well, and every fan base is going to have its opinions and their beliefs. I'm just saying a lot of those, I've seen a lot of the, social media sites from other teams, and they don't spend 25 hours a day, 8 days a week on the same shit day after day, after day after day, week after week, month after month. They don't. But I mean, tomato, tomato. And you're right from that. If fans love football, okay, bro. What up, Tab? What's going on, Mr. Bernard? Thank you for joining. And Bernard, and you that right there. They act like the sky is fine. We lose a game or there's a bad play, and I mean, it becomes a apocalyptic cry. Look, at the end of the day, people, only thing I'm just saying is that, we need to, get in there and get in our seats. I've been to 4 games this year, and and I plan on going to another one. You know what I'm saying? And we can, get in there and make it hard for opposing teams, and stop letting opposing teams fan base get in our house and make more noise than us. You know what I mean? I'm just, just that's where I'm at with it. They want to criticize all the time and not give any, what I'm saying? Not all fans, but some of the fans, love to see us on fire. And that is true. Mucho, the 12th man did show up in that. Yeah, they did in that game against New Orleans. We do need more of that and be consistent with that. I felt the energy in there on Sunday. More of that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That right there. That's that. You want change. You want some, to consistent. You want the galvanizing from a 12th man perspective. That right there. When you make our house difficult for the team that's coming in to play in there, and you're not let the opposing team's traveling fan base come in and make more noise than you. That's all. That's all I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Look, I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the dialogue. I appreciate the back and forth. We've been in this thing an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finna, get out of here. It's Jet Week. It's SEC week. You know what I'm saying? You got SEC championship game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You got, us on Sunday. It's a great sports weekend. Let's show this state, these teams love. Let's show the love. Let's show our enthusiasm. Let's get in there and make life hard for the opposing teams. You know what I'm saying? And let's, this will our love, what I'm saying, for our team, into our team, what I'm saying, and let them feel love, what I'm saying, and it push their efforts, above what they're already doing, it's and will them, what I'm saying, into these wins, you know, just, hey. Hey, okay, if that's your perspective, Raven, I mean, y'all, y'all like spinning. A lot of y'all be having y'all spin machines on, but I'm gonna let that be. What I'm saying, what it be. You know, um, look, what I'm saying. Like I said, let's get this second ring in a row. Let's come down the stretch. Our three-headed monster, our defense is, what I'm saying, back on, what I'm saying, what has been on for the majority of the season. You know what I'm saying? Um, this has been your boy, OG Big Sam. Like I always say, you know, let's keep it dirty. Let's keep it ATL. Let's keep it dirty bird, y'all. And most notably, let's keep it real with ourselves. And what I'm saying, in whatever you do in life, y'all know how I do it each week, 4 times each week. What I'm saying? Mad Monday with the OG. Me and OG Truth on Realistic OGs on Tuesday night. What I'm saying? I got, what I'm saying, Wicked Wednesday Sports Tea on Wednesday. And as we are doing now, what I'm saying, Falcon Friday, HighNoon Madness. Y'all know what I do, how I do it when I do it. You know what I'm saying? Again, you get to my channel, OGN TV. You know what I'm saying? Brought to you by Mad Mike Network. You know what I'm saying? Go to my channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get the 200 subs. You know what I'm saying? We got 22 hours on the thing. Y'all hit that like button. All across my board. Like, follow, friend, share the content, subscribe to the content, show me that love, and I show it right back by getting, try to give you, what I'm saying, good content, good dialogue, good conversations. I appreciate you guys on every show. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all. Have no idea how much I appreciate, you all tuning in. And with that being said, what I'm saying, you all enjoy your weekend. Be careful in this wet weather. You know what I'm saying? In this cold weather. You ain't got to get out there. Don't get out there. Be safe. You know what I'm saying? In this holiday season. It's your boy OG Big Sam. You know what I'm saying? The historian showstopper. Appreciate you. And I'm out.